Here you go, sir. I think what must have happened is I just must have gotten turned around or...
This movie's fucked up. So last time with Fantastic Mr. Fox, I thought it was a nice break from all the dark and cynical movies out there, and Nightcrawler is the opposite, but my god do I love this movie. It's basically a modern day 70s film, kind of a mix between Network and Taxi Driver, and as someone who loves both those movies in 70s cinema, that's a super easy sell for me, but I realize that most of you out there probably aren't like me and need more convincing, so at the very least, I'm going to try and do that because this movie is amazing. It's satirical in the most subtle way because it plays out so sincere, like what's happening is normal. Just listen to the score. It's composed as if we should be happy for our hero, who's well, I guess you could say he's a little bit of he's a fucking nutjob. He's Lou Bloom, a man with the ambition and drive to succeed, but nowhere to really put that to use until he learns about nightcrawling, which is basically filming bloody and horrific crime scenes and then selling them to the news. The perfect place for a maniac like him to thrive.
No shit! Get a shot on the other side! Right.
You watch him continually do morally questionable things, and even though he's clearly a sociopath, there's something compelling about watching someone so driven and hardworking succeed. That, combined with the strange charisma and charm of Gyllenhaal's performance, makes it tough not to root for him, at least on some level. When he starts doing bad shit, you can tell he doesn't care what he's doing is wrong, he's just hyper-focused on climbing the ladder. At the end of the day, it's just a guy who wants to succeed, and isn't that what we all want? To succeed? Like, that's what I want. I want that so fucking bad. I failed so many goddamn times in my life, you have no idea. I've been beaten and battered to the ground. My self-esteem is buried under thousands of feet of dirt and rock. I need a win. I don't care if it's just a vicarious win through this insane man. I need this. We both need this. So come on, Lou Bloom. Obliterate the moral boundaries that hold you back from achieving your dreams. You have to get there. By any means necessary. Let's fucking go. All day, bro. All day.
All day! All day!
Thanks, man. Look, obviously I don't condone this guy's actions. I'm just saying he's definitely likable in his own twisted way, which is imperative when you're telling a story like this through the eyes of an anti-hero. Especially with someone as weird as Lou Bloom. The guy has such a specific inflection and almost robotic way of speaking to people. It's fascinating. I don't think he has parents. There's no way someone raised this man. It's like an alien that studies human behavior. Went on fucking WikiHow to learn how to interact with people. The man's literally out here citing his sources and shit.
See, Rick, they've done studies, and they've found that in any system that relies on cooperation, from a school of fish, say, or even a professional hockey team, for example, these experts have identified communication as the #1 single key to success.
It's super strange, but it makes for some of the best dialogue I've ever heard. What this movie does so well is take pretty common situations and makes them unique by just plopping this guy in the middle of them. His attempts at connection come off as insincere and bizarre.
I can tell by your tie, it's Friday.
But he always finds a way to get what he wants through ruthless manipulation tactics that most people with any kind of moral compass probably couldn't even fathom. The cinematography follows suit by isolating Lou from the rest of the characters with clever use of focus and framing, and yet, as good as the writing and filmmaking is, this movie does not work without Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. His transformation into this character is astounding. There's not a second where I don't believe his acting. He gives an all-time performance here, and of course, doesn't even get nominated for an Oscar. I would say I'm surprised, but if there's one thing I learned from Sesame Street, it's that Oscars have always been trash. Yeah, I'm talking about you, you miserable prick. The whole story's told from Lou Bloom's perspective, but the supporting cast is fantastic as well. Rene Russo was a savage in this movie.
This is my job.
No! Your job's writing the tweet of the day and getting Deb to turn sideways during the weather forecast.
And Riz Ahmed plays a character in perfect contrast to Lou.
Sell yourself.
Also, he makes me laugh my ass off.
Go.
Okay. Well, I'm Rick, of course. I took 3 buses to get here. I finished high school. I need a job. I'll do pretty much anything. That's me. Hi, Rick. So.
In an endless sea of remakes, sequels, and reboots, this type of film is a super refreshing change of pace. Original standalone movies like this get overshadowed more and more every year, so if Nightcrawler flew under your radar in 2014, you should watch it now. It's fascinating. Psst. Hey you. You're not gonna get the Oscar for this. You won't even get nominated. I'm gonna give it to fucking Eddie Redmayne instead.